Hey y'all, it's Chrissy Cook from Teadoddles. It is time for episode number 50 of Teadoddles Talks. Can't believe it's been 50 episodes already. First, I'd like to say welcome new subscribers. Welcome back subscribers. I'm happy to have you here with me in my maker shenanigans. I do like to do the sewing things, the yarny things, and the DIY things. So you will see a little bit of all of that here on this channel. I do consider it a maker channel, so if you like to make things, you might like it here. Alright, y'all. Time for a regular podcast. I got some changes coming. Hopefully y'all enjoy that. I've kind of stepped back from everything. I know Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I kind of watched videos and crocheted, and that's pretty much all I did. This is my week off from school. For those that don't know, I am an adjunct drafting teacher with the local college, which is, we're doing it online right now, but this is technically our summer break for summer semester. I am going back to the school on Tuesday and possibly Thursday. That's what I have scheduled to do for students who wanted to come in for some one-on-one advice, teaching, although I don't think they have but one student who wants to do that. Most of them said they're just going to remain home. There were several students who took advantage of the online courses to because they work full-time, so they could do this remotely. So we shall see. I'm not looking super forward to going back because I have to wear a mask. I'm supposed to be there from 8 to 2. There's a lot of other things I have to do, so we'll see how that goes. But this week it's Wednesday already, and it's almost 2 o'clock. But I just had some things out of work. I got stuff everywhere, y'all. I got to get this podcast done so I can get all this stuff off my table and work on bags. My shop is completely empty, save for mini maker. Scratch that. Maker advent calendar spots. There's still some of those left. They will be available through the end of July. That's the last time you can order them. I've said before, if you order it this month, it's 5 payments of $30 if you do the payment plan, or it's $150 total. I'll put a link for my Maker Advent Calendar video here. And if you do it in July, it's 4 payments, $37.50 if you do payment plans. Okay, I need to send those out this week. I'll be sending out invoices and things for the next payment for the Maker Advent Calendar. Good gracious alive, getting that mixed up. I did a video earlier talking about all that because I had a lot of questions and confusion about some things. So go check that out. It's a very short video. I think it was like less than 10 minutes. So I am having my 3rd cup of coffee today in my fun carrot mug. It's okay. Y'all may hear the neighbor cutting grass. Yesterday was kind of overcast. We can see a bit of haze from that Saharan dust they've been talking about, but I haven't noticed it too much where I live at. But I know there's some places it has been pretty bad. Interesting thing about that, because I never heard about that before until this year, but I think it's just one of those things to add to everything else. And they say that it actually fertilizes the rainforests and stuff, so it's something that happens every year. Interesting the things we're not aware of because we are focused on other things. So I said there's some changes coming, and there are some changes coming. I've decided to do a podcast just once a month because there are longer videos. They tend to be an hour to an hour and a half long. I thought, well, I can do that once a month because last week I did the Teadoddles tidbits, little shorter videos, around 20 minutes about different things. And I liked doing that because they're easier to process for me and they're easier to upload. They don't take quite as long. So instead of doing a podcast once a week, I thought I'll do a podcast. I had said I'll do it the last day of the month, but this is the first day of the month, so that's probably what I'll do, the first day of the month. And I'm going to talk about stuff that I did in June, and then talk about what I'm going to do in July. And then throughout the month, you will see me do like the Teadoddles tidbits, where I talk about some FOs or whips, or where I do, well, I'm going to do reviews of stuff like I have done in the past, but those will be different. They won't be Teadoddles tidbits, but you know, just different things that I may want to talk about will be in the Teadoddles tidbits. And then if I have any hauls to show y'all, or tutorials, I want to get back into doing tutorials. I haven't done one in a long time, and I'd like to get back into doing some of those. So that's the changes come. I'm just going to do this podcast, this longer podcast, once a month, and I think that'll be a good balance. So then you only get a really long video from me once a month instead of once a week. It's been hard to keep up with that recently, so hold on just a second. Okay. Yeah, so that's just the changes going to become to the channel. I'd like to put out more content, but it's kind of hard to do that if you do a hour to hour and a half long video once a week and then all the other ones. So I think this will work out better. We'll see how it goes. Y'all tell me what you think down in the comments. I do read all my comments. I don't always get to reply. I've been trying to reply today to the latest video I put up. As soon as they come in, I'm gonna try to get better about that. It's just hard for me to do sometimes, because sometimes it's not something that I can just reply to. If I see a notification on my phone, if it requires me to type up something longer, I prefer to do that on my computer, number one, and number two, I may have to think about what I want to say. So I'm going to try to catch up on those this week, in the midst of finishing 2 t-shirt quilts and getting bags sewn up for the shop. Yeah, I got a lot going on, and because I took some time off and didn't do much for a week or so, you know, it's piled up a little bit, but I needed that time. It's kind of a mini vacation, I guess, for myself. So what else was I going to say? Oh, and this will be the last time you see my hair like this. I'm going to get a haircut tomorrow. I'm so excited. As many people probably haven't been able to. Some people probably still can't. Had a haircut, what has it been, 3 months now or better? I don't know. I've cut my bangs twice throughout this. As you can see, they're getting in my eyes again. This is the longest my hair has been in quite some time. And I know this may not seem long to many people. Last time I cut it in the summer, if you go back and watch some of my videos, I got a pixie cut. I don't think I'm going to go completely pixie cut. I'm planning on, I do want this short. I can't deal, it's hot, y'all. Hot here in South Georgia. I've been having hot flashes. I just can't, because I can't pull it up. It's too short to pull up. The best thing I could do is put a headband and it'll lift it up some, but it's got to go. So I'm thinking about cutting this off, and I definitely want the bangs shorter, but maybe leaving it a bit longer up here. I don't know yet exactly what I'm going to do, but the back will definitely get shorter. I have a lot of hair. It's very thick. It definitely needs to be thinned out. I typically have it thinned out because there's so much hair, okay? Now my son has even more hair than me, so because he got those, I don't know, big hair genes from me and his dad. His dad had, and when he would grow his hair out long, it kind of looked like an afro. Yeah, it was, it poofed. So it was very thick. I compared it to carpet. That's what I would say. So, but, so he got it doubly. My son is a very hairy guy. So, anywho, he has to have his hair thinned out as well. And of course, he waits until he comes back to visit, maybe once a year to get a haircut. And then it's long, and he has beard, and he just, it's crazy. Anywho, oh, I got a notebook here with notes instead of me looking off up there because the answers are in the corner of my room somewhere, I suppose, is to what I'm trying to say. You know, let's drink some more coffee. Yeah, my hairdresser she does it on the side of her house, so there's not like a huge amount of people there or anything like that. It's just her and me usually. So, but I'm very excited to get my hair cut because it's hot and it's driving me insane. Hold on one more time. Okay, I keep pausing because my nose keeps running. Seems like when I start talking a lot, my nose will start running, and that dust thing going on, and my neighbor's cutting grass, so that's not helping. I need to go take some allergy medicine. Anywho, so what else was I going to talk about? Okay, today's the 1st of July. I almost said June. Nope, June's already gone. Today's the 1st of July. So it is time for me to pick a winner in the Maker Stash Down that's happening in my Facebook group called Teadoddles Makers. Typically I do a blog post. I haven't done a blog post in the past 2 or 3 months for that. I haven't done a blog post, period, in a month. We'll be doing one this week. I'm going to get back in the habit of doing that. I do encourage y'all to check out my website, which is linked down below always, and it's got a lot of, I used to do 3 blog posts a week before I did a YouTube channel about making stuff and just different kinds of things. There's recipes, there's DIY projects, there's sewing projects, there's some crochet stuff and yarny stuff on there. So go check that out. You can sign up for the newsletter, which I also haven't done in a month. I will be doing one this Sunday. I do apologize about that. But, like I said, I had to step away for a bit. So, and the way the Stash Down, Maker Stash Down is working this year, I'm trying to encourage myself to work from my stash. I kind of went out the window a little bit when, you know, the crazy started happening with the lockdown and everything, and then you have nothing better to do. I've got all kinds of stuff better to do. I've been busy since it started, but I tend to have been ordering online more than I need to be, and I need to stop that. So, but the Maker Stash Down is to encourage you to work from your stash and finish some of those whips and USOs and set goals for the month in the group, and then share how you accomplish those goals. And then you're put into a drawing for a $20 Amazon gift card. And yeah, and also there's all kinds of makers in there, so no matter what kind of craft you do, you can find room in there. There's people who post baking things and sewing things and yarny things and some gardening things and even canning, you know, any kind of making kind of thing. You can put it in there, okay? And I'll be picking that winner before the end of this week. I'm terrible. I originally started out, I was going to do it on the 1st of the month, but man, I've got to get back better connected with my groups, because we also have the Happy Scrappy Yarn Challenge, which luckily this month was Christy from Crochet Creations by Christy's turn to pick the theme and winner. I still need to go into that group, see what's going on. I have to pick a theme for this month, and that will be announced on Thursday. Okay, I'll do a video about it and announce the theme. The Happy Scrappy Yarn Challenge is where we try to we have a theme for the month, and you're supposed to make things from scrap yarn, or like there's 1 skeins of yarn that you have hanging around, and then we usually have a prize that has to do with the theme that and we pick a winner from the people who made stuff for that month. I feel like I got off track a little bit with that, but go check out those groups. You may find both of them very interesting. Okay, I'm not going to talk about that because I did a video for all of that, the Mini Maker Bag Club and Maker Advent Calendar. Go check out that video where I talk about it a little bit. I've been getting lots of questions when people post, YouTubers post videos of their club that they got, and then I start getting the questions. So please go check that video out. I'm going to put an link up here, and it has links to other videos where I did a video talking about the Mini Maker Bag Club and the Maker Advent Calendar to explain what all that is, okay? I do plan on having some new bags in the shop this weekend. I don't know how many yet. I just got to work on that, okay? I'm going to try to sprinkle them in a little bit at a time instead of trying to do huge updates, because that just kind of gets overwhelming for me. But there will be more bags in the shop, even if you don't want to do a club. I make all kinds of bags. I just don't have anything in the shop currently because everybody bought them all. But that's okay. I love y'all for that. I just wish I could keep up with it better. Now, talked about that. Oh, I forgot to ask my son about this. So I'm going to ask him, and if I can, I'll post a little picture of it. My son, he's actually going to school for game art design, which is video game art design. He is heading into his last year of that, working on a bachelor's degree. But I asked him to design. I've had this thing in my head about a yarn chicken, which I sketched him up what I wanted, which he laughed at my sketch, but that's okay. So he has finally done me a digital design of a yarn chicken, which I intend to, I gotta open a Teespring shop and they can have it printed on mugs and t-shirts. That's probably all I'll do. And I plan on getting it where you can print onto iron-on material, so I can do some bags with it on it. It turned out really great. I super love it. If he allows me to, it's a collaboration though, so it is his design, my idea. Does that make sense? So yeah, I know he doesn't mind me sharing it on the shirts, but if I'll pop it up here or something. So you can see what it looks like. I think it turned out really cool. For those that don't know what yarn chicken is, that is when you're working on a project with yarn and you're not quite sure if you're going to have enough to finish. So you're kind of playing chicken with the end of the yarn. So this is an idea of a chicken that kind of looks like yarn running away. So yeah, I think it turned out really cool, and I hope I'm going to pop it in here if he's okay with me doing that. I think he will be. Just, I want to ask him because this is a collaboration. It's not just mine. So I'm excited for that. That'll be coming up soon. So then I think you can put it under your YouTube channel to order. I've seen other people do it, where you can order I'm just going to do shirts and mugs for now. And the way the Teespring works, they charge you a set fee, and then you pick how much over that set fee you want to make, and they print it and send it to you. So then I don't really have anything other than showing it how I want it to on each thing. So that's coming. Hold on one more time. My nose is giving me fits today. What else we got going on? Okay, so we're gonna talk about some things coming up on the channel. I'm gonna talk to you about them in the different segments I usually do, and yeah, something to look forward to. I am gonna be doing, I want to do another, I did a video called Patterns Galore and Not a Thing More. I want to do a part 2 to that. I'll probably do those as I come across more patterns. I bought several new patterns to do with all kinds of different things, and I have been looking in my pattern archive, so to speak, so I may share some of those too. I think that'll be fun to do, just to give you some links to more pattern designers, and that will involve yarn things and fabric things. Sometimes I do DIY things if it's like a free printable or something like that, but that's going to be coming. So yeah, let's just move on past all of this into the next segment, shall we? Okay, it's time for Yarny Goodness. And y'all, I just realized it's raining again, and the neighbor is still steadily over there cutting grass. But when it's hot outside, sometimes as long as it's not flooding, that's a welcome relief. Of course, I don't know why they're cutting grass at this time of day. Anywho, all right. So let's see. I'm going to talk about in Yarny goodness. I did get my latest Dumbledore Club, quotable Dumbledore Club. This come from Lolo did it. Oh goodness, it's starting to rain a little bit harder here in the window over there. Didn't think it was going to be raining that hard today. Anywho, so this is something I signed up for the year, and it's a tweed base. Love me some tweed yarn. If y'all have not been here, here's the color this month. It's very pretty, and it always has a quote from Dumbledore from the Harry Potter movies. It takes a great deal of bravery to stand up to our enemies, but just as much to stand up to our friends. That is the quote for this month, and this color is called Bravery. Okay? It's a purpley blue indigo kind of base. It's very pretty. I still haven't decided what I'm going to make with all of these, because I want them. I could probably make a blanket, but I don't know that I want to make a blanket with that small yarn. That'd be a lot, but I don't know. I like that it comes in these little plastic baggies so that I can store them that way. I think you can sign up for that club still, but I don't know how that would work since it's already July. Because in December, you're supposed to get a bonus thing if you stay for the whole month, whole year. So, I'll put a link down below. I do sell other yarn. So, now, let's just talk about some whips that's coming up for me to work on this month. Now, I'm going to do, these are whips I'm going to be starting soon, okay? But I'm going to do a Teadoddles tidbit video where I show you whips and FOs I've completed, okay? I wasn't going to put all that in here. I got a lot of stuff over here to talk about, okay? So in this bag, I have these two yarns. You may have noticed, if you've seen before, that I wound up all of my yarn that was in this little hanging thing right here, okay? Most of these were from Etsy yarn clubs I did last year when I was trying out new shops. I spent some time the other day winding up the yarn. I figured I'm going to be working on using all of this up and then putting some of my other yarn in there eventually for next year. I got a lot. This is not all the yarn I have. So yeah, I decided to wind it up because maybe it'll make me use it faster, because typically you don't want to wind up a skein of yarn until you're ready to use it, because it can stretch the yarn if it sits for a long time like that. But I went ahead and wound up all of this so I can get it into projects, okay? So one of the ones I picked up over there. What is going on with this? This came unwound, even though I had the little thing on it. Because there we go. I kind of knotted on the end of these little stitch markery pin things and stuck it on there to hold the end. And then I have the label stuck down on this. Now this is hand-dyed yarn from Showreel Studios. And it was Nacho Mamas is what this is called. Nacho Mamas and Salsa. It was a little sock set. Although there's only 220 yards on this, I don't know if it would be enough to make a pair of socks. I'm not making socks with it anyway. I'm going to make this little caterpillar pattern I found that I will show y'all later because I didn't print it out. But this is a whip coming up. This is going to be a little amigurumi caterpillar. He's a funky looking caterpillar, and I think he'll look really cool in these yarns. So that is a whip coming up for the month. I'm also, what's in this bag? Oh, I got to start on my hat from Willy Nilly Knits. These are my yarns. I think I can start it. Somebody had asked me about, this is a kit from Darn Good Yarn, and it's a pattern by Willy Nilly Knits. He has a YouTube channel. I'll have all the links to stuff down below. So I had talked about knitted DPNs. So, and somebody asked me about circular needles. Now, when I start the hat, it'll be circular needles. But my understanding is to finish at the top, you need the DPNs. And I think that's just because it gets smaller. And when you use circular needles, you would use, the reason they have different lengths is because you want it to be the length based on, if you're doing something in the round, your circle, so you can connect it. Because if it's too big, you can't connect it like you need to. And if it's too small, it needs to be close to the circumference of your circle. In case you know what that is, right? So that you will start on circular needles and then move to the DPNs because you're decreasing and it gets smaller. So you wouldn't be able to do it on the circulars, is my understanding. I've never made a hat. I never knitted a hat. So, but that's my understanding for it, as to why you need the DPNs when you do socks, and because you decrease at the toe. But I think there are some people who do socks totally on circular needles. I don't know, if not knitted socks yet either, so that's my understanding. But I'll be working on that this month. And then I have, oh, these are also Darn Good Yarn. These were when I did their sock club. So I'll be making up, I made one of the slippers. They had a knit and a crochet pattern, but I'm just going to do the crochet slippers. I really like the last ones I made, so I want to go ahead and get those other two pair made. So those are some new things that I've put in bags, but I haven't started yet, but I'm going to be. Okay? Now, my other thing, let me just reach down here right quick, grab this. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen my big pile of crochet I did over the weekend. So one thing I did, I started, this is from Make Do and Crew. It's the Dahlia Crochet Granny Square Blanket, okay? But you start with these big round poofs. Look at this is super bulky. I use number 6 yarn. This is the Hometown USA Lion Brand yarn. I had a bunch of it I got on clearance. So I did it in these 3 colors. And I'll talk more in depth about that when I do my whips and UFO thing. But, so you do this and then you make a square around it and connect it. So the second part hasn't come out yet. You can buy the full pattern on Etsy if you want to buy the whole pattern. But I'm just waiting for the second part so I can do some other things. So I wanted to do a Tweety yarn for my surround. And I had originally thought I'd use my Karen Tweed skeins, but then I remembered I had these, and I thought these will be perfect. So this is what I'm planning on doing, since I have these 3 different colors. I have more of the orange, 2 more of the orange than I do the other 2 colors. So I got 2 of these out of each skein, and then I put the rest of it in my chunky scrap gun, which I finished. And I'll be showing that in my whips and FOs. But I'm going to pair this with this. I'm going to hold 2. I've got 2 of each of these. So I'm going to hold 2 together, 2 strands of yarn together, so I can more closely match the chunkiness of this. These things are so chunky and poofy. I love them. So I'm going to pair that with that color. I'm going to put this one with this color. It has the blue flecks in it. And then I'm going to put this one with this color. And then I'm going to make that. It'll be more like a lapgan size. I think I have 20 of these, which I think is lapgan size, I think. So, I think it's going to be really cool. Y'all should go check out that make along. It's listed as kind of a scrap gun, but mostly because of this center portion, which this was really easy to do. I've got all of these done, so we'll see how fast the rest of it goes. But I used up all of my Hometown USA yarn stash doing this, which was pretty awesome. So that is something I will talk more in depth about when I get to my whips and UFOs. Whips and FOs. Okay, talk. Okay, so what else with the yarny goodness is coming up this month? So I've recorded most of this video, but I just need to record the rest of it so I can put it up. But it's a video I did about crocheting over thicker yarn with a smaller yarn, and I made this basket. It was a pattern I was supposed to put up, never did. But I have the video recorded up to the point where I need to show you how to, actually I think I recorded the video for this one, which is a bigger one. And it's just a soft basket. It's nothing heavy duty or anything like that. But the only part of the video I need to record is how to weave in these ends. And then I can post it. So that'll be coming up this month, one of my tutorials, because I already had it mostly done and I just didn't finish it for some reason. So that is a yarn tutorial coming up this month. I will also have someone had asked me a while back about doing a video comparing hand-dyed yarn to store-bought yarn, right? Because they were a little concerned about investing their money into hand-dyed yarn, and because there is a big price difference, and wanted to know what the comparison was. So I thought that would be a good video to do. So that'll be coming up. I'm also, there is a place on Etsy, a store on Etsy, if I can find it I'll put the link down below, where they sell recycled yarn. Basically they find sweaters at thrift stores and they dismantle them into yarn skeins. They wash everything, they clean everything. I've been wanting to buy some of the yarn from them, I just haven't done it yet. And so then you can get the yarn, and you can, usually it comes in several different cakes because there's different parts to a sweater, and then you can make it into something else, which I think is an awesome idea. Now so there's some people who may say, well, what if somebody needs that sweater? Y'all, there's so many clothes in thrift stores, it's ridiculous here in the United States. I'm very hesitant. I have 2 bags of clothes in there. It's supposed to head to the thrift store. I'm very hesitant about sending them to the thrift store, only because there's so many clothes in there. So many clothes. I think I'm going to look into recycling them in some way into some other garment that I could use again. Because we just, there's a lot of clothes here. There's a lot of clothes. I don't want to get into all that right now, but seeing that website inspired me to try to dismantle this sweater that I have. Now this has been one of my favorite sweaters forever, because I super love the detail. I love the sleeve detail. I love this detail, which you can see it's getting holes in it. I've repaired holes in this several times. It's got several holes in this portion, but I loved this detail here, which is super fun. And I just love the color of it. It also has that detail on the back. I love little details like that on a simple garment, okay? I think it makes it elevates the garment to a certain extent. It makes it more interesting. Even though it's a staple kind of garment, it's more fun. Plus the shirt probably doesn't fit anymore, but that's beside the point. Anywho, I want to try dismantling this so that I could possibly make it into something else that I could wear. I have thought about, I did think at one time about making it into a cardigan, like splitting the front and making a cardigan, but the only reason I don't want to do that is because, like I said, it keeps getting holes in it, and like this here, for some reason it's got a hole and a big hole right there, and I have fixed holes on this more than once, and This is some really thin yarn too, y'all. This is like lace weight yarn. It's gotta be. But I think I'm just gonna try dismantling it to see how that goes and make it into something else I could use. What is this made out of? So I will do a video about that. This is 60% cotton and 40% polyester, so it's a very comfortable garment actually. It has a lot of peeling on it, but that is a project I hope to get done this month, is dismantling that, and I will do a video about it, okay? So let's see, it stopped raining now. I think that was it for, nope, I got one more thing for you, goodness. Hold on. So I've done several videos where I try out different line brand yarns, and I do a knit and a crochet swatch, and I use the recommended needle or hook size to see how it goes, to see if I get gauge, to see if I, how the yarn is, and then I'll eventually use it in a project, which the projects have gotten behind a little bit, but I'm trying to pick that back up. Because I feel like in order to fully review a yarn, you should do that, but you should also use the whole skein of yarn to see what you thought about it. So I've got a whole box of yarns here. I've shown them before that I haven't done that for yet. So I'm going to be working on another video for that. And then I thought I would put out there, I have picked up several yarns I would like to compare because they're similar from different companies, and I want to do some comparison yarns of that. I don't know if I get to all of those this month, but I thought I'd propose to my viewers if there's some yarn in particular you would like me to review. Let me know down in the comments and I will check it out. I may have it in my stash, we never know, but just let me know down below, okay? So those are some things coming up this month, and a little bit about what I did last month, in June. You know, I've got a big pile of FOs over there. I'm gonna do a separate video for. I did also some rearranging and recounting of my yarn. I have an Excel file, which I'll put a link to that video if you've never seen it before. I keep up with my yarn on an Excel sheet. So I know how much yardage I have. And last time I talked about the yardage on there, there was 230 something thousand yards of yarn I have. I have made some adjustments to that, but I don't know what the total is yet. So I was hoping to do that in this video, but I missed, I forgot to do it. So maybe I'll talk about it in my WIP and FOs video, one of those I do this month. So I have been working through it. I finished scrapping this month. I've finished several hats. I have started this other Afghan project. I've been working on some stuff, y'all. So I've knocked it down a bit. Although there's yarn that comes in still. I just ordered Lion Brand has started back up their sales where they send out emails and they're like, just for today we have this half off or something like that. So I avoided most of them. But yesterday they had Stitch Bird yarn, which I have some of that and I really liked it. So I went ahead and got one of every color. They had it half off. I don't know when I'll get it. They're very behind on shipping because I feel like I have another one. Oh, I ordered a whole box of Fun Fur, which, sneaky little fact, that may or may not be for the Maker Advent Calendar. So, something to think about. And what else? I feel like there's something else I was going to tell y'all. I don't know. I think that'll be good for Yarny Goodness. We can move on to some of the other areas. I have lots to talk about, so let's just move on, shall we? I know what I was going to say. Just in case you hadn't seen it, Love Crafts is having a 60% off sale, up to 60% off sale for 4th of July weekend. It has already started. So they are an affiliate of mine. So I will put a link down below if you want to go check it out. They had some good stuff in there. It's selling out pretty quick. Also, We Crochet magazine, which I love. It's like a little book. It's not a magazine. I've showed it before. It's currently 25% off, which means instead of $14.99, it is $11.24. So they're also an affiliate of mine. So I will put those links down below for y'all to go check out. Thoroughly enjoy that magazine, even though it's a book. It's like a paperback book, y'all. Completely worth the money. So now you can get it for $11.24. So if you haven't, go check it out. So now we will move on to the next segment. Okay, it's time for Fabric Obsessed. So I haven't done any sewing. I don't think I did any sewing in June. Did I do any sewing in June? I think I did have one shop update. I can't remember. Y'all, time is getting away from me. Mostly I've been working on a 2 king-size t-shirt quilts. So that has consumed most of my sewing time. I will try to, when I finish those, put a picture somewhere for that. It's not really anything interesting to look at right now because you're cutting out t-shirts and ironing on, interfacing on the back. So it's not, then once you sew it, it goes pretty fast. It's just, it's just a matter of getting all that other stuff done. So, but I have some fun things coming up. I've pulled some patterns that I hope to make this month for, as far as clothing goes. Now, I do plan on also finishing up my cotton cuts quilt top I've talked about before. I didn't pull that out, but I just need to put the last set of borders on it, and that quilt top will be done. I will be working on bags for the shop, of course. I don't think I have any new fabrics recently. I'm looking under my table because I've got fabric everywhere. I'm trying to, I have a big fabric shelf over here, plus I have this fabric here, but I have fabric under here, under this table I'm sitting at as well. And I have fabric in the other room. It's kind of like my yarn. It's a little bit everywhere. So I'm trying to work through that stash a little bit more, because I have a lot of leftovers from bags and stuff too, and sometimes I turn that into more bags, but sometimes it just gets, there's so much of it, y'all. So much. Anyway, let's talk about, and for some reason my patterns are over here. I don't know. I have a pillow on the back of this chair and it fell up under my bum. Let's get resituated. There we go. Okay. So, got some fun stuff I wanted to talk about. Here we go. This one's right here. Pulled some fabric to go along with this so it'd make more sense. Printed out a bunch of PDFs. This was a new pattern I just purchased from Style Arc. Style Arc sells on Amazon, Etsy, and their own website. They are out of Australia, I believe. But you can get PDFs. I actually have some physical patterns coming from Amazon because I could get free shipping, and they had a sale on tops. And so I purchased, and then the other day in their other shops they had sale on pants patterns. So I purchased some of those. These are just basic leggings, but I wanted some more of kind of capri length leggings. So I pulled this material, which is like a spandexy. This will be great for leggings. It's not super thin or anything like that, but I love the color. And then I'll probably do a wider band at the top versus the shorter band. And this fun spandex gingham. So it'll be, I think those go together really cool. So I'm just gonna make me a pair of those. They're good for summer, the little capri ones. So that'll be fairly simple. This is a simple pattern. It's just got 3 pieces, I think, because it has, actually I think the legs are 1 piece and you cut 2, and then there's the band. So this will be a simple sew. I made leggings before. I've showed them. They were a 3-part pattern, the ones I showed before. So these will be very simple and something I can sew together on my serger very easily. Now, okay, got stuff. So the PDF patterns, I might do a video about taping together PDF patterns. If you've never done PDF patterns for clothing, you download them and they come in pieces that you have to tape together. So let me know if y'all be interested in a video on that. So this next one is a kimono jacket, which they're showing this ruffled edge. I'm not doing this ruffled edge. I'm going to use this nice piece of silk cotton that I got from Fabric Mart a while back. It's quite lovely. It goes, yeah, you can see some more of the color in it. So I'm going to use that to make this little simple kimono jacket. That'll be another simple sew, but it'll be nice to wear over like a tank top or something of that nature in the summer versus, you know, I don't, this is very hard to fold back up while I'm talking, so I'm gonna do that. So that's another simple sew for the month. Next, so I picked out this cocoon jacket pattern. This kimono one is from Sew Caroline Patterns. I'll put a link down below if I can find them. Some of these I pulled out of my stash. So this is from DG Patterns, and they are on Etsy. I'm not sure if they have their own website or not, but this is a cocoon jacket. I'm going to use this fun cherry textured knit I have for the main part, and this has a collar piece kind of thing that goes all the way around the thing, and then cuffs on it. And then I got this panel from Fabric Mart. It's a panel. It has a printed, it looks like the outline of a dress and some sleeves. It was a weird panel they had, and so they have a contest going on where you use the panel to make something. So I'm going to use this blue striped stuff for the contrast on that cocoon cardigan. I think it'll be really cute. I don't think I'll enter it in the contest simply because I think the rules state that you have to, your garment has to be made up mostly of this, which it wouldn't be since it's just the trim. But I think it'll be a fun way to use this panel. So that is something I'm going to make. And I'm making it out of heavier weight. It'll be something more for cooler weather. But this would be actually another simple sew. I'm not trying to do anything too complicated right now. Just some simple things for the month to use up some of my vast knit collection that I have going on over here. Okay. So next I have, where did that go? Really wanted a big long maxi dress. I don't like short dresses. I don't wear dresses that much. Not that they're uncomfortable, but y'all got big thighs, and you know, they rub together when it's hot, so I have to use things to keep that from happening. But anyway, I'm gonna make this a Grecian goddess dress, which I really love, the long version, which is, it's not short on one side, long on one side. You can pick to make it shorter or knee length or the ankle length, which is what I'm gonna do, ankle length. This is a free pattern from Tenet Isis pattern, Tenet Isis, something like that. So I'm gonna make that out of this because I have a bunch of it. It's gonna require good yardage for that, so I'm gonna make that pattern out of this fabric, which I really love. Yeah, that actually will be another simple sew. Doing simple things, right? Cutting it out is what's gonna take the longest. Putting together these PDF patterns, this one's really thick, but that's because there's so much fabric volume in this actual dress. So yeah, that's why. So next is actually a McCall's pattern I pulled out of my pattern stash. I really like this shirt with the drapey arms. I think it'll be cool and comfy. I'm hoping I can adjust it to fit me. I realized most of my printed patterns like this are too small for me anymore because I bought them a long time ago. I do know how to do pattern drafting, but once you get well beyond the size and the thing, it becomes more work than it's worth, in my opinion. So, but this is such a voluminous shirt, I think I can make adjustments and be good with it. So I really liked the one with the lacy edging, but I don't have any lace. But I did pick out for the main body this lovely slinky. Now this is not a knit, this is a slinky fabric. I got this from Mood Fabrics a while back. But it has all these butterflies in this kind of black and white chromatic with little pops of orange, and maybe there's a little bit of yellow in there, I guess. But it's I really loved this print, so I think that'll be pretty. And then for my trim on my sleeves and the bottom, I'm gonna put this fun sheer polka dot. I think that'll be fun. What do y'all think? I'll double it up so it kind of will be lacy. It's not lacy, but it's a sheer fabric. Yeah. And then at the collar, because like the real picture, not the sketch, this looks like it's contrast that matches the sleeves and this, but it's not the same on this one. You see, this matches the main body, which is what I'll do on mine. And then I'll put the polka dot as the trim there. I think that's going to be a fun shirt. So that one's a little bit more complicated, simply because, well, you have this curved piece to put in. There's some it's a little bit more work than the other ones I've shown. Plus I'm working with these slinky fabrics, and they can be a pain to work with sometimes. So maybe I'll do a video about that, if that's something I would like to see. So now I have pulled out this other pattern. I didn't pull out fabrics for it yet. It's kind of a last minute pull, and I'll be using some scrap stuff because it's a good one for that. It's just it's a t-shirt, which is similar to in style to the t-shirts I've made that were just two pieces. It's just that it has another seam here and a slightly gathered bodice. Not bodice, bottom. Bodice is the top part. So, but this is going to be fun to mix some prints and my scrap knit stash. I'll get it. I kept wanting to say Afghan. I don't know why. That's so weird. So I haven't picked out anything for that yet, but that'll be another fun quick. So those are some things I pulled out for the month. I know some people are like, that seems like a lot, but you know, I'm just overly ambitious sometimes. I'd also like to, I ain't gonna pick up all of it, but I have a bunch of this fabric, which is this very nice, soft, ribbed. I want to make some like tank top undergarment type shirts because it'll be nice and soft and not so thick as some of the undergarments I have, because like if I want to wear a sheerer top, having something like this up under it would be more comfortable in the summer than the thicker ones that I have. Okay, so that, oh, what's going on over there? That's I've got a bunch of this because I got it super cheap on Fabric Mart one time. So I have some black actually as well, so I'm gonna be making some. I haven't pulled a pattern for that yet, but I have several tank top patterns that I think will work just fine for that. So that's just some basic undergarment type things. So that is my sewing stuff. The only other thing I have coming up, I'm not going to show you what's in this box, but just checking around at my stash of stuff to make sure. I did order the Liberty box from Fat Quarter Shop. They put out these boxes at different times of the year. They're usually themed. I did the Halloween one last year, and I think I did. You just have to catch them on time because they usually sell out pretty fast, and it usually has some fabric and some goodies in it. Themed. This is obviously going to be red, white, and blue themed because it's Liberty box, but these are not available anymore. But I'm going to do a video where I open it up and show you what's inside, and probably mesh it in with me making what's in it because it's a small project. So I have already looked inside it, but it's pretty fun. So that is coming up this month for fabric stuff. I think that's all the fabric stuff I have. So this one's a little bit shorter, even though I had a pile of stuff for fabric, but that's because fabric takes up a lot of room. I'm just looking. I got stuff stacked everywhere, y'all. So yeah, that's some things coming up for Fabric Obsessed. I have any more? I do. I'm trying to think. I think the fabrics I have coming in currently are for clubs and things, so I won't be able to share them. I'm really trying to work through my stash more, so I think I have some fat quarter stuff coming in at some point. And like I said, I'm going to do the patterns galore, which will include fabric patterns. So that's something coming up. So yeah, I think we can move on to the next segment. Okay, it's time for DIY and thrifty fun. I've actually got a lot of stuff in this segment to talk about. Yeah, so I had signed up for several different bead clubs, one for Annie's, Mary Maxim, and Darn Good Yarn to compare them. I did a comparison video. We'll put an link here for y'all to go check that out. And the Annie's one I had already canceled a while back, but I've gotten several more boxes in from Mary Maxim, as well as as well as Darn Good Yarn. I have canceled the Darn Good Yarn simply because I'm getting too many boxes in and I need to stop. I'm going to cancel the Mary Maxim, but for some reason you have to call in for that one. There's no way to cancel it once you order it, which I find, if you can order something online, you should be able to cancel it online. That's the way I feel about it. Okay? You should be able to do that. So I'm going to be working on getting through some of these jewelry boxes, so you'll be seeing some videos about that. I had showed y'all before the latest Mary Maxim, which I've just got to finish some stuff. I had done part of it. I need to make this for Darn Good Yarn, which is a rainbow bracelet. I really like it. I've already made the first project, and then I have two more. One is these earrings, which, uh-oh, my stuff's falling out, which I really like those. And then I have, this was the latest one, which is this is a fun little stone bracelet to make. Ooh, y'all can see it. So I'm going to be working on doing those DIY-wise. Sometimes I can sit down and make several of those at one time. If I'm watching videos, I'll just sit at this table actually and have my phone just like I have it right now and turn on videos instead of recording a video, and I'll work on it. So those are some things I'm going to be working on DIY-wise this month for jewelry. Oh, here's the picture of what's in this bag. So I had already made this and did 2 pair of earrings. So I just need to do the bracelets and this other necklace. So the earrings and necklace went, my cousin's daughter took it to her grandmother. So then I have this one Mary Maxim. This thing has been open, so stuff is everywhere. But I have this one. So the Mary Maxim kit, I did discover it's probably the best bang for your buck, because you get a kit like this every month. But I'm thinking, okay, you get pliers every month and you get a little bead mat every month. I don't need that every month. That seems excessive. But yeah, this is a bunch of chains and things, so I do need to make that one. So, and I may give away some as gifts, or I may put it in my own jewelry collection, which is, my costume jewelry collection is quite extensive, and I haven't really worn any of it because I don't go anywhere here lately to wear it. There are some days I've put on earrings and stuff. Should have put on some today for this video, but I didn't. So yeah, we're working on that jewelry wise. And then I've already canceled Darn Good Yarn. I'm gonna cancel Mary Maxim just because I don't need anything else coming in right now. So sorry about that, y'all. I just bumped at that whole thing. All right. So I'm gonna be doing, as far as paper crafting goes, I signed up for the Annie's paper, the card, monthly card thing. This is my first one. And this bag with the stuff in it that I showed before is your bonus in the beginning. So I'm waiting to see what the second one is. The cards are super cute. I like this one more than I have any of their other clubs I tried, because I did the Crochet Afghan Club. Didn't feel like it was worth the money. The jewelry one I think probably would have been worth the money. I just didn't go beyond the first kit. So and then I also had these cards from A Crafty Composition, the Positivity cards that I need to make. This is a cute little kit. So those are some paper crafting things I'm going to work on. I would love, y'all, I started a while back my little cardboard mansion. I built the whole cardboard thing. I haven't decorated anything in it. It was a mystery make-along I found. I can't think of the name of the place right now. I never did order the rest of the things. I think I can probably get them because they were PDFs. But I'd like to work on that. It's like a house that you build out of cardboard and you decorate, and it was just fun. I need to check that out. So in my other DIY stuff, I had ordered Annie's, what is this? What is this called? This is called the Creative Woman's Kit is what it's called. But the first one was a little birdhouse with all the paint and stuff to make it. It's quite cute. It has a birdhouse on the birdhouse, which I just love that for some reason. So I haven't put this together. I want to put this together and record a video about it. And I have gotten my second one. I think I'm going to enjoy this kit, this club, more than any of the other ones I've seen so far. So for this one, you make these little fun magnets, and they're wood, because these are little wood bases that you use to make this with. So I'm looking forward to making that. So you do just make the magnets, you don't make the magnetic board, but I think those are going to be super cute, and that looks like a fun thing to do. So I may do these two together and just do a whole video review of this club from Annie's. They are one of my affiliates, and I've been trying out their different clubs. I really like this one, and I really like the card one. I just ordered that's another reason for canceling the other ones. They're quilting through the seasons or something like that. You make actually little quilted projects. It's a little more than these other ones, but they had a special for the first kit, so I wanted to try it out and see what it was so I could show you. I probably won't keep that one because I've got enough fabric, but I just wanted to see what it was about in case somebody was interested in it. So those are some things coming up DIY wise. I also got in this thing from Arteza, which is a it's supposed to be a pencil and pen holder. There's a little pouch on the front. I'm just going to briefly show you what it is because I want to do a review of it. And then it has these little flaps where you can hold it. Now, I have something similar to this. It is Derwent. And I keep my crochet hooks and knitting needles in it. And I actually wanted this for pens and pencils because I have, but I wanted to see how it would compare to the other one as far as holding knitting needles and crochet hooks and other things that you might need to hold like that. So I'm going to do a review of this one. I've ordered another one from Amazon, which is a different company, because I just wanted to compare all of them. So that'll be a compare and review kind of video for these kind of pouches. They had a lot of fun patterns on Arteza. One thing about the Derwent one is they had like brown, khaki brown. That's all they had. So it's actually a bit, it costs more than these, but it has some advantages I can see already. But I'll be doing a video about that, reviewing those kind of things. And then, is it not enough yet? I told y'all this is going to be once a month. Talk about stuff I'm going to do in a month, okay? Some of these will do video, blog post combos, and there may be some things that I just do blog posts on, okay? So, I'm trying to do more combinations of my videos and blog posts, or get back into blog posting, because I want to move my business completely onto my own website. So yeah. So I talked about this once before, this detox project box. So I'm going to do this. I think I'll just do a blog post about this one. I don't think I'm going to do a video, because this involves melting soap and mixing it. I don't think it'll be very interesting. Plus, I looked up this company, and they did seem to have a Facebook page still, but I couldn't find. They had posted this year, but I couldn't find where you could order their products. So it may just be because they had to put a pause on things for a little bit. So I'm going to check that again. But they had a bunch of other cool little things. So, and this is where you make, this is an activated charcoal, pumice, and essential oil detoxifying soap meat scrub. So I got this a long time ago from, what is it? Ultimate Bundles. They do the things, and sometimes you get free products or discount codes when you order it. So I'm going to plan on getting that done. Now I have a couple, I got things down on the floor, y'all. Told y'all there's a lot, because this is going to be a monthly thing from now on. And I don't know what that was all about, whistling. Well, that was pretty much my last swallow of coffee. So I ordered this kit from Arteza. They have a bunch of fun things. Now this right here, this was $60, okay? But this is pouring acrylic colors. So these are small, like a bunch of colors that already have the pouring medium mixed into it, because that pouring medium is expensive. I actually have some over here I was going to try out. But I thought this, you kind of see all the other colors. This has neon colors and regular colors and metallic colors in it. So it has a good variety of all the colors already mixed up with the pouring medium. So then all you have to do is, like, you put it in the cup and you pour it over something. So, and I did use, they had a coupon code. They were at a Father's Day sale. So I did get a discount on this. Now Arteza is one of my affiliates, but I purchase all of this stuff myself. They don't send me stuff, okay? If they ever send me anything, I've only had a couple affiliates do that. I always will tell you if they send it to me to review. Typically I purchase from an affiliate before I decide to become an affiliate. I don't like being an affiliate to someone who I don't purchase from. And that just means if you purchase something through my link, I will get a small percentage. It does not change your price or anything. It's just a way that I earn extra income to help my channel and my blog and website and all that stuff. So I have this, and I have bought this box of wood slices, which seems like an odd thing to buy. Now I could probably go out there and cut a bunch of wood slices from a tree, but you know, these are already sliced and they have a twine thing on them. So I'm gonna use the pouring medium on the wood slices, and so I'm gonna be doing a video about that and tell you all about these. And these are actually gonna be used for something in particular, which I can't tell you for right now. But this is something. I'm sorry I keep going out of frame on y'all today and bumping everything, but whew, this is something that I thought would be fun to do and talk about. I haven't done the paint pouring before. Looks like fun, so I'm looking forward to doing it. And now the last thing I have to show you, if you stuck around all this time, is I like to do a sneak peek of things coming up in the Maker Advent Calendar. The Maker Advent Calendar is a calendar. Well, it's like if you've ever done an Advent yarn calendar, where you get something to open up from December 1st through the 24th, to little things of yarn is what you usually get, and some other goodies. I decided to do a maker one where you make little projects. You'll make a total of 6 projects. So every 4 days you will open up the things to make a project. I'll be doing a video every day in December, so you can make your projects along with me. Yeah, so I'll put that video up here again if I hadn't already, where I talked more about that. So now we're gonna take a sneak peek at some things coming up in it. You won't know what you're making yet, but you're just getting little glimpses of things that'll be in the maker advent calendar, and it will have fabric things, yarny things, DIY things in it. Okay, they'll be kind of mushed in there for different projects. So today I'm going to show you, I've got these cute little bottles. Look at them, they're so tiny with the tiny little cork top. So we'll be doing something with those, which will be fun. I also got a box of pens from Arteza. Everybody can use a good pen, right? So something you should know about the Maker Advent Calendar, you will get some full-size products that can be used beyond the Maker Advent Calendar. This would be kind of one of those things, right? This is our ballpoint pens. They are waterproof, which is great for archival things. Something to think about. So that's something I have. And I also have these super cute mini tubs. Look at them. Miniature wash tubs. Oh my goodness. Aren't they the cutest? What could we be doing with that? So, there's a sneak peek at some things. I've shown sneak peeks in other videos. If you want to try to go back and find them, I'm not going to tell you where they're at. They're kind of like Easter eggs, you know. My son's always talking about Easter eggs in movies and things, especially the Marvel universe. So he finds them all the time. I don't really pay attention to that stuff. I just like watching the movies. I'm just gonna be honest. I could care less how it's all interconnected, but it is interconnected. It's typical with things like that. If you're a Stephen King fan and you've read any of his novels, most of them are interconnected as well. So I think that's everything. Oh my gosh, it was so much, wasn't it? But like I said, I'm going to do this once a month, and you can get a glimpse of what to look forward to this month. And ask me questions or tell me something else you might like to see. I'd love to hear from y'all about that. I will be doing... We'll be sending out Happy Mails this week, and the D-Stash winner, I haven't packed that up yet. I need to do that. And so the next D-Stash bag, I'm going to start doing that as kind of a separate video. Maybe just look for D-Stash bag in the title. It'll be on Fridays, typically. I think that's what the date I put on there. I'm trying to do it from Friday to Friday. Always fun on Friday. So the next D-Stash bag will be... I will share that on Friday. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go look back and look at my last Teadoddles tidbits last Friday. I'll try to put a link to that here too, okay? And the lighting is going weird again, which means my phone might be beginning to die, y'all. The other day, I had my phone sitting up. There's like a window over my sink, even though it looks onto the porch, which is kind of weird. But... And there's a little ledge, and I keep my very old Kindle Fire up there, which I can use sometimes if I want to watch something on Amazon or Netflix, but it doesn't really do anything else. But I have a little stand that I put my phone on sometimes, and there's a plug just on the other side of the window, which is a weird place to put a plug. It's right over the sink. But anyway, so I had it plugged up, and I have my dish rack right there, and I was washing dishes, and I think I was listening to something or watching something, I don't know. Well, accidentally, something I was putting in the dish rack got hung up on the cord, and it pulled my phone under the running faucet. It's like, oh my god. Yeah, that probably wasn't a good setup to begin with. You know, not the best decision to put my phone right there like that. But luckily my phone's still working and it's doing well. I do need a new phone though, because I record with my phone. I don't see the point in buying a fancy video recorder. That's not what they call it, is it? I think that's an old version. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. When my phone does all that and it's quite expensive already. So it's kind of an all-in-one deal on my phone. It's like a mini computer to carry around, and it takes pictures and it records videos, and yeah, I can do all that on there. So why buy something separate? But I do need to upgrade it. I'm trying to wait till November. We'll see how it goes. All right, I think that's everything for today. Tell me what y'all think. Tell me what y'all liked, what y'all looking forward to. I love to hear from y'all. Try to show you things I think you'll enjoy, but it's always good to know from the viewers what y'all actually want to see. So although this is my channel, it's not really a channel without viewers, is it? It's just me talking to myself, but which I do anyway. But okay, y'all remember to have a life lived creatively, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.